Welcome back, everybody. So we're into round two now. We've got Red Zoro versus Green Kid. This will be a very interesting matchup, as Zoro could be either an aggro or a mid-range deck, and Kid is very much able to pivot based on what the opponent does here. So, Chesko, who do you have favored for this? Do you think Kid can take it, or do you think Zoro's aggro is just going to be too much?
I think Kid can take it pretty well. I do think Kid has a really strong matchup against Red. You have like so many utility cards that are good. Stuff like Nekomamushi, Okiku, the 3/5 is so good at resting like the little things that you can swing on with your leader. Your Momonosuke's and your Jewelry Bonnies, like they're really good at like blocking attacks technically because like they rest themselves and your opponent has to attack into them. And then you also have the 8-drop. The 8-drop is really just super strong. If you can establish a couple blockers and then the next turn play your 8-drop, you can pretty much just clinch a game, basically.
Absolutely. And now we're going to see Kid go ahead and go first and probably play one of those Bonnies or Momonosuke's. Yep. We got a Bonnie.
Yeah,
it's a very nice start. So, turn one Bonnie, very nice.
What else do you really want? Turn one, play one job.
So Kid going first here is pretty good for Kid, I'd say. Zoro does get an extra card out of the exchange, and we see Luffy coming down. This is a 2-mana 3K. Luffy cannot be KO'd in battle by strike characters if he has 2 Dawn on him, and he can activate main, put 2 of your rested Dawn under him.
Yeah.
So the leader can still KO him, and I think Kid is not strike anyway. I don't remember though.
He's special.
He's special. Of course, he's special. He's very special. Very special. So I'm not sure how much value the Luffy's going to get outside of the first swing, but seeing that Luffy makes me think that this Zoro is more mid-range. What do you think?
I think so. It's not like a super aggressive card compared to something like the Rush Sanji, but it kind of has a little bit of better legs, and it also has combo power. So so we see counter power.
We see playing Okiku and then attacking. This could very easily be punished by a jet pistol.
That's what we saw last game. Yeah, we saw last game. If the Luffy player, if he takes the life and he gets that pistol, you just kind of wasted your entire turn. Granted, he didn't, and also we saw he didn't take the life even by discarding a 2K counter. Basically, like you said, definitely a more mid-range strategy. He definitely is going to play rush cards like we see Zoro.
Okay. Zoro just comes out attacking immediately.
We got a 6K Zoro,
Yeah, we'll have a 6K Zoro, a 6K Luffy, and a 6K leader this turn.
Yeah.
The Okiko on the Kid board is a 3/5 with no combo power, counter power. Dawn 1 when attacking once per turn. You rest one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 5 or less. So we're definitely attacking with this Luffy this turn. Otherwise, the Okiko would tap it down.
Exactly, yeah.
Right, and then we see the third 6K here. And you know what? Even if your deck seems very mid-rangey, you still have access to that Zoro, and that additional attacker just really shifts the tempo in a bad way for the Kid player here.
And he's also definitely, even we call it mid-range, still plays Zoro. You definitely still play 5-cost Luffy.
Absolutely.
Because why?
Absolutely.
They're great cards no matter what, as a mid-range deck, you want to have an aggro pivot for your control matchup. So you still want to be able to put that damage in when you need it,
Yep. And against Kid, you're going to want to get that damage in early and often because once we are on 5 Dawn now. He goes to 7 next turn and then 9 the following. The 9 Dawn turn is where he can play his 8-drop. So Zoro theoretically still has 2 more turns of attacks before that 8-drop comes down.
There we go. Kiku attacking into the small Luffy. I wonder if he has X-Ray here. X-Ray comes down, KOs a 4 or less that is rested. So you kind of just get a free kill on the Zoro. If I have X-Ray here, I think I'm going to swing lead into Zoro, try to see if my opponent discard one. And like I said, I like the strategy of not attacking my opponent's life. I want to starve them of those resources. So
it looks like we do not have a Drake.
Yeah, I think I definitely would have attacked the Zoro there. I mean, he did attack Zoro. I would have attacked the character card of Zoro.
It's very interesting because with the attack on the leader, I thought that X-Drake was coming down. X-Drake is a 5-cost 6K green character card that KOs a rest mode 4 or less on play. I really thought we were going to see that come down, but we are not. And then we've got
Oh, is it
tap three,
killer?
four.
Okay,
A
killer. Yeah,
killer. Okay,
there we go.
killer. I like it. I like
So
it.
just a smaller version of the X-Drake kills a 3
Yep.
cost or less in rest mode. So similar theory there. Also nabbing a Beige off of the Bonnie. If we see this Bonnie survive, it's going to net him another card next turn, and that's where, like I said, that's why Joey Bonnie's strong. Like the longer these little one drop cycles are on the field, the longer they're generating the advantage. It's like they're super good. Beige can
Yep.
protect Bonnie, and then yeah, like if we're going to see a rusher here in rest, of course,
Investment.
you know,
Um, I mean, Zoro's kind of behind. That board
super
is
behind. Yeah,
getting a little intimidating. Are you attacking Okiko here? No, you're
nope,
attacking
he's
life.
going
Okay.
face. Yep, and then you just block leader with Beige. Sounds fun.
We're 2K
Opponent
out of it.
Straw
Oh,
Sword,
draw
Shield Trigger,
sword, shield
play a
trigger,
play a
a
2 or
blocker.
less. I don't like this, right? You see how your opponent's leaving 2 up? That could be threatening a Red Hawk. So even if you block with one of these Beiges, he might get a free kill on with a Red Hawk.
Yeah, I
I,
agree.
I actually don't like that. Now he might tap out and then play something, but see, oh, that's
Ooh,
kind of
he
scary
did
actually.
not. Uh-oh.
Yeah,
That
you know,
could go bad here, but we are on turn 7. Do you think we might see a 7-drop kid?
if he has it, I mean, I think you want to draw with Bonnie.
I think he
Maybe,
does too.
yeah.
So we're gonna see the draw with Bonnie here. So look at the top 5 for a supernova.
Yeah, I mean, it just depends on what he has. X-Drake here, still good tempo because you're just getting a nice body. A killer blocker is really
Killer.
good. Yep.
Yeah, that killer
So
blocker, it's a 2 cost 2K, I think.
it's
And
okay.
then Don 1 on block. If you have 3 or more characters, you draw 1 card.
Mm-hmm.
Really good. Not once per turn, so you can do some Paradise Waterfall shenanigans to get a bunch of draws out of that card if you really want.
Yeah.
If your opponent tries to like chump attack your Bonnie, you can really punish with that card.
Yeah. So here we're going Kiku. Yeah, again, I don't know if he's going for the battle card or the leader. We'll see.
Yep. Countered out of
Uh,
it regardless.
yep. 4 cards in hand for the Luffy player. Again, or Zora player. Like I said, I really like the idea of starving your opponent out. Kid is a deck that can kind of OTK your opponent. Like you have like your leader ability, you have your big giant 8-drop. You can starve them out as long as you put them to like 4 or 3 at some point in the game. You can
Yeah.
really just like end the game all in one turn.
Yeah. 3 is a very magical number for the kid
Yeah,
because you can, that's just 2 turns of full metal, is what we like to call it,
yeah,
where you just put most of your Don on your leader and attack twice.
yeah. She's
Okay,
wild, just
so
ignoring Zoro. Yeah, ignoring
he
the
must have
character
another
Zoro.
answer for Zoro, maybe another killer.
Maybe another killer. Yeah, we did see the killer last turn.
Yep. So we'll see where it goes here. We do know that he has the killer blocker in hand.
Mm-hmm.
He still has his leader attack. Zoro's only on 5 cards in hand and 3 life. It's looking pretty rough for the Zoro player right now. This might be another
Especially,
killer.
yeah, there we
And
go.
yeah,
Very good card against red. Very good, as we can see here. You can afford to ignore the board
so
and just go
killer
face,
down.
putting you in a winning position at some point. Yeah, it's going 6 in the lead.
Yep.
And here are we seeing the Red Hawk. Yeah, killing the
Mm-hmm.
Beige. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
You
And
kill.
we did in fact see a 5-drop Luffy in Zoro's hand there. He did show
Yeah.
that to the camera.
So he could put the kid player at 1 life this turn if he really wants to,
Yeah,
depending on
he
how
could.
much counter power the kid has in hand. It looks like he only has what, 5 in hand.
It's not that many. He does not have too many. He did get a second draw off of the Bonnie, which is pretty
Yeah.
big. All right, so Zoro has 5 cards in hand, I believe. 5.
Mhm.
Can't really tell the kid player how many cards he has in. Well, oh, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, that is
Oh,
not a lot.
that's 2 damage going to face. Uh, Alternatively, like you can try to clean up here. You can attack the Kiku with the rusher, and you can attack
Mhm.
Bonnie with your leader. Try to like clean up the board. Again, now your opponent is kind of starved on resources, so he's kind of like having to top deck a play basically. We're
Oh,
going 5 into killer
5.
here.
What costs 8? So
Uh,
not putting a Don on the leader. Interesting.
Probably like multiple things. Yeah, looks like he's gonna go Zoro,
Yeah.
Luffy, swing into Kiku.
Okay. So we're playing a Zoro, and then could still play a Luffy this turn as well. Take the board back potentially.
Yeah.
Zoro is at 3 life, so he really needs to take the Okiko out
Yeah, he
so that
does.
his opponent's not threatening a potential lethal. Okay, and we're going to go 7 on, I'm guessing, Okiko. Let's see. Yep, that is in fact going to the Okiko. That's very solid. So now we're just taking the board
Chop chop.
back, and we're going to go ahead and block her and
Oh man.
and leave one up, potentially for guard point or Frankie's radical beam. I actually
Guard
prefer
point,
radical
yeah.
beam over guard point.
I do too, but I like to. What I like to do in red is I like to play the 2-cost Sanji and then take the life to like draw cards, and you can radical beam early game. It's nice. It feels good. It feels good.
So, all right, we're on 9 Dawn. We could see the 8-drop Kid come down this turn, or we could see the Bonnie get used again.
Yeah.
Not quite sure where the Kid player is going to go here. I do like how the Zoro player went for the board there, so we have some nice back and forth.
Yeah, I
Also,
think
is this the third Zoro rusher that we've seen this game?
it is. Yeah.
Wow.
3 Zoro, 2 killer.
3
No,
Zoro, 2 killer. Exactly. Do we have a third killer for the third
we got a
Zoro?
third one.
All right. So we're using Bonnie to draw another card here. Going to go to 5 cards in hand. That's pretty nice. We're not going to be able to put a Dawn on the 8-drop if we wanted to play it this turn, but it wouldn't be very protected even if we did.
Yeah, I don't. It's probably not the turn. This again, we keep bringing up X-Drake. X-Drake's amazing in this matchup because he's a really big body that does something on play. X-Drake would be pretty good here because you could X-Drake and Killer and give Killer a Dawn. So,
yep. And so let's see here. X-Drake would be great. You can also get it off of Bonnie.
yeah. Okay. Law's great card too. It's the same thing. You can bounce your Bonnie, play like a different card. You could even bounce the Killer. You can bounce Bonnie, play Killer, and then you can give those 2 Dawn to the 3-cost Killer, and that can attack the Zoro, and that would either get a card out of his hand or clear one of these chopper blockers.
Yep.
Yeah, you know, we've seen the Kid player ignore the character like each turn, and it's
because he's had an answer
it's
for
because
it.
he's had the answers. Yeah, so we'll have to see. This will be the turn. Maybe he doesn't have the answer. This will be the turn he has to attack it, which is fine.
Now we know he has a Killer blocker in hand. We know he has a Law in hand. Okay, so we're just going to see a simple 5K swing. Only 2 cards in hand. We might just see a block here. We do.
Yeah.
Okay, so 1 chopper down.
Mm-hmm.
Now, he could have Cat Viper, Nico Mamushi, or however it is set, to tap down the other blocker, but he doesn't really have a good attacker beyond that, just the Killer that's kind of chilling over there above his trash pile. Still a lot of Dawn. Could still see a 7-drop come down. Could see the Killer blocker come down, the Law come down, cycle the Bonnie. He can even Law cycle the Killer and take the Zoro out. Looks like that's what we're going to see.
There we go.
And there we go.
And now he can play the 2-cost Killer and give it a Dawn, basically having 2 blockers, one of which draws a card. I like it.
Yeah, very nice. Very much like it. We're just going to try to keep the board.
Is that kitty cat or doggo?
Yay! Hooray for the doggos.
Yeah.
I saw.
All right.
We've got 3 cards in hand.
He is low in hand, but he's established 2 blockers, one of which can draw a card. So, I mean, there are things that Zoro can do to kind of come back into the game. You know, he could jet pistol Law. He could find ways to like clear the board. Again, the Kid player does not really have that many resources, so it's possible for the Zoro to stay in the game. But if we do see next turn, if we see an 8-drop come down from the Kid player, I think it'll pretty much be solidified.
Yep.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I think letting the Bonnie
5-drop Luffy here, letting the Bonnie live.
Letting the Bonnie live was just crazy because it's drawn 3 cards this game. His opponent has 3 cards in hand, so it's like, you know, if you're able to,
it's probably going to draw a 4th card too.
Probably, yeah.
and the killer will draw a card. Zoro's in a pretty good spot, and we just see Luffy come down
Yeah.
attacking.
So it can't be blocked. So it's definitely,
It
it's
can
not
be
going into
blocked.
Bonnie.
Oh
Oh,
no,
he
it
didn't
can
put
be
any Don
blocked.
on
Yeah,
it.
he didn't
Yeah,
put any Don on
he
it.
didn't put any Don on it.
It just took it.
Yeah, he just took it. Okay, maybe he had the same thought as me. Yeah, no, it can't be blocked.
Yeah, because I think you would block the 7K and then you can just counter out of the
Oh,
6K.
yeah, exactly. Playing an
And
Uta,
here's
probably
Uda.
playing a
Now you love
Zoro.
Uda.
I mean, it's a good card. It's just like it's a body that draws a card. So here we can get a 2K to protect. We can get a Zoro for next turn.
If I'm Kid, I'm very excited to see my opponent grabbing defense instead of
Yeah,
offense here.
exactly. Yeah,
It's definitely a good feeling, because it means that they're concerned.
exactly.
They're on the back foot and they're aware of it.
Yep. And now, as the Luffy player, I mean, as the Kid player, you can dump some damage into this 5-drop Luffy if you really wanted.
You can, yeah. You've got Bonnie. You can draw a card again this turn,
Again,
which is
yeah, it's
pretty huge.
You got to kill the if you're playing against Kid, you got to kill the Bonnie. You got to kill the Momo. You can see right here because of the Bonnie's value generation, he is kind of running away with the game. He would have way less cards in his hand if you killed the Bonnie in an earlier turn.
Yeah, absolutely. One Zoro swing on the Bonnie could have really changed a lot of this. The leader could have gone into it.
Yeah.
Anything to stop this Bonnie from having drawn 4 cards over the course of this game.
Yeah.
You could argue the Kid would then be at 3 life instead of 2, but that's fine, considering the hand disparity that we're seeing at this point. So we're just waiting on the Kid player to sort of decide what he wants to do. I'm guessing he has an 8-drop in hand, and that's why he's not snap Bonnieing.
Oh,
we got a Momo.
Draw even more cards.
Yes. All right. Let's see if this Momo can find the Nikomamushi or the Izo to tap down that chopper. Momo does have a bad habit of whiffing as well.
He does, yeah. He searches for a Land of Wano card, and there are less in the deck, and you can try to fix that in deck building, but like ultimately, like the worst generation cards, they're also like a higher card quality, so you're gonna want to play more of those. Now, the little Land of Wano dudes like Nekomamushi, Kiko, Izo, they're super strong. I mean, they're great cards.
Yeah, absolutely.
Paradise Waterfall, Raizo. There's Neko.
So there's Neko.
He can play it and rest the chopper.
Yep. Pretty nice. And then he's got free reign to attack the Luffy. We know that Zoro has a 2K combo. So you can just go 8 into the Luffy. And if your opponent discards their entire hand, then you can discard a card from your own and go 8 again if you want to with your leader.
And then the killer gets to clean up the chopper for free. You still have a blocker. It just feels nice. Yeah. If he discards his whole hand to protect, you can actually just swing your law into the Luffy and it'll die anyway. So
absolutely. And the Luffy's gone. It kind of looked like that might be a Sanji as the second card in the Zoro player's hand, the Rush Sanji. We know that he has the 2K combo Sanji.
Yep.
All right, we're going to go ahead and Bonnie now. Yep. Did not need to use the leader to attack twice, so we'll Bonnie draw more. Now we've got Momo and Bonnie.
Yeah.
Which means that every turn we just have this card value factory.
Yeah, and you can just drop cards out of your hand and counter as much as you want because you're just going to be adding them back.
Yep, absolutely.
Oh, we grabbed a blocker. All right.
Grabbed a blocker. Love to see it. And then we'll see this.
Yep.
We'll see this killer go into the chopper, of course.
Yep. Get the free kill.
Yep. Now, I wonder if he's going to play the blocker. Will he replace something like Nico or maybe even the Momo? Exchange it for the blocker.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, if he has 2 up, like he could also have Punk Gibson in hand. We haven't seen it yet. I mean, he does have 2 Don up, which means it's live. Oh, never mind.
Never mind. We're going to actually just replace with that.
Replace the killer, yeah.
Replace the killer. Interesting. Valuing the Momo over the potential attacker. I'm okay with that. I think that's a fine play there.
Yep.
And then we are at 5 cards in hand. The hand continues to increase in size each turn. Nami's very, very nice off the top. We could find another rusher here.
Yep.
Let's see here. We're gonna get like a 5-drop Luffy off of this. That Nami would have been great at the start of this game to punish
To
the
kill
Bonnie,
the little
but
dudes, yeah. That's one thing Zoro wants to see is you want a Nami turn 1 so it can attack Bonnie, it can attack Momo.
Mhm.
All right. And we're making decisions. What do we play?
Yep.
What do we get?
And I don't know. What are you looking for right here? You're probably looking for an attacker.
Short.
That's fair.
Yeah. Something with the keyword skill of Rush.
Yep. The 4th Zoro. My goodness.
Honestly, also a jet pistol would not be the worst thing here because you can clear the wall.
Yeah, absolutely. Jet pistol would be very
pretty
good.
all right here. All right.
Which he's got four. He's got 4 Dons separated. He might already have.
He might have one. Yeah.
So we've got the ability to swing with Uda for 5.
Yeah.
You just block this with Law. Get the free block out of it.
Yeah, it's definitely possible for sure. Oh, swinging.
Oh, he attacked Momo. Okay.
So
well, yeah, then Momo's just gone. That's fine.
So no. Momo blocked the attack. He did his job.
Yeah.
All right, here we
attack
go.
Momo and not attack Bonnie.
Yeah, you should attack Bonnie there. Again, Bonnie has a higher card quality of cards to get, especially in the late game. You get 5-drop Law, X-Drake, 7-drop Kid, 8-drop Kid, maybe Punk Gibson if he plays a, Beijing.
Straw Sword. We already saw a Straw Sword. That's also searchable.
Yeah. Here we're going 7 into something and blocking with Beijing.
Into Beijing. Yep. 7 into Beijing. Sounds good to me.
Mm-hmm.
We've got 2 for it was Rush Sanji. All right.
And we're going 7 into probably face.
Yep, 7 probably into face. So if he's got a 2K, he can just block with the Law and counter out of it with the 2K.
Yep.
Definitely don't want to take this.
No, absolutely not.
So we block with the Law. It's easier to defend 6 than 5.
Yep.
I probably would not let the Law.
He just decides to take it. A little greedy there.
Must not have a 2K in hand. Because he thought about blocking with the Law. I would say he probably just did not want to discard 2 cards.
Yeah.
Or his hand's all boss monsters.
Yeah. It's possible.
It is possible. We saw him using a poo earlier to get out of the 6K swing.
Yeah.
So it is possible that he just doesn't have the 2Ks available in hand at the moment.
Yep.
All right, we see Zoro has reestablished aboard the power of Nami.
He has, yeah. Nami Uto really came in clutch there. So he has.
The card in Zoro's hand is the Sanji.
Is the 2K Sanji, yeah. So
we have perfect knowledge now as the kid player.
I think you kind of bait. So like you go 4 into Sanji, see what happens. You go 5 into Zoro, see what happens. And once that card comes out of his hand, then you can clear everything for free. But until then, we'll see. Tapping all. Yeah.
8-drop. All right. We do have perfect knowledge. We do know the card in hand. So if we're able to protect this 8-drop, we're in business.
Yeah. Exactly.
We've seen time and again that the 8-drop just sort of wins you games.
There you go. Playing a Kiku.
All right. If the 8-drop survives a turn cycle, it's usually kid's game.
Usually game, yeah.
All right. So where are we going to go with this now?
With the Don, right? So we attach one to lead. Ooh. I don't like that. No. We know what it is, right? So it's like...
Yeah, we know it's a 2K.
There's no point in attaching the Don. You just... I think you attack anything. You can equip one to Neko attack. Instead of equipping one to lead, you equip one to Neko and swing on one of the 4Ks.
Yep. And then you swing a 5K on the Zoro.
Yeah.
Now, so he swung 6 on Zoro, knowing the Sanji in hand. Maybe in all of the scuffle, he forgot that it was the Sanji.
Yeah.
All right. So we're actually going to use our blocker to attack here.
Yeah, okay. I don't like this either because now the 8-drop is kind of vulnerable to equip 10 to leader swing.
Yeah. And then if he equips 10 to leader, say he throws everything on the leader, then he still has 2 5K attacks.
2 5Ks, yeah.
Yeah, I definitely think that he forgot the Sanji was in hand. Equipping the Don to the leader there.
Yeah, you really want to equip it to Neko because you just get one of these 4Ks off the board. drawing a mystery card. I mean, could be anything. I think we're gonna see maybe equip X. We're gonna see equip X to lead, and then equip the rest to the 4 drops and swing face here and see what happens.
Yeah, we got to take that 8 drop out first.
Yeah.
So, I mean, 15 is a solid number to take that 8 drop out with.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
He would
8
he would
is not
need
though.
he would
8
need
is not the number. He's
not the
counting,
number.
so he's doing math. You see him doing the fingers there.
Yeah.
So-
So 2 times 4 is 8. So 8 plus 8 is 16. So his opponent, in order to get out of 15, would have to have 4 2Ks in hand. So I think you just go 15, and there's no way your opponent has 4 2Ks. And then if they do, they have 0 cards in hand, and we maybe try to recover from there.
Yeah. Now I do like keeping the 2 extra Dawn because this is an opportunity to attack the law if you're able to take it out, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So we're going 13 at the kid.
Yeah.
So that would be a discard of 3 cards, right? 10, 12, 14. Yeah, so he'd need 3 2Ks to get out of this. And he does not have it.
Yeah.
So we might just see equip 1 to Uda, swing on law, equip 1 to Sanji, swing on law. Or we could just see equip 1 to Uda, swing on face, equip 1 to Sanji, swing on face.
Yeah. I mean, Kid is like with Zoro only having 1 in hand, he's like kind of threatening lethal, because you can make Neko 5, Kiku swings 5, Law swings 6, and then you can go 12-12. It's like your opponent would have to get out of one of the 5Ks, and you can just pivot to board. So it looks like it's a Nami. I would probably just keep that in hand for the combo.
Yeah.
So it's a 1 combo.
So he could equip 2 to Sanji or Uda, go 7 at the leader, try to put him at 0. But all right, so we got 6. I'm not sure what he's attacking here, but it's going to get comboed out regardless.
Looks
I
like
imagine.
The leader, you dumped the 2K.
All right.
I don't think you play
really.
You just keep it for the combo. You're swinging for the same amount. Like whether you play it, like the Sanji is a 6K either way. You just keep it for the combo, and then you ping.
And then there we go. 6 at law from the looks of it, and at the law.
There you go.
So we'll get out of that one too. Yeah, it's not even the Searcher Nami. It's the starter deck Nami.
Starter deck Nami, yeah.
Which is unfortunately not the best draw for Zoro. So now Kid has a choice. Do I go for the game or do I just clear the board? And it looks like we're gonna probably go for the board here.
Nope,
we're going face. Okay.
But he should equip 1 Dawn to Law, making it a 7, so he can't get punished by a Jet Pistol.
That is correct. Yes.
If that life was Jet Pistol, he flips it up, kills Law, because Law would have been a 6. So a little bit of a miss sequence. He looks like he's correcting it here.
Yeah.
Hey,
we've got
plot armor.
8.
That's plot armor.
Plot armor, man.
There we go. And so let's see. There's 7 left. You equip 4 to leader, making it a 9. You can go 9 twice with lead.
Good.
It's pretty good.
Pretty good.
Opponent
no guarantee though.
Yeah, 9. That's kind of easy. If your opponent, you're playing against red, so you're not expecting him to get a bunch of 1Ks and 2Ks. But 9 actually is not that much. I think I would have rather just swung with 5s, making my opponent discard. So here we and
we have it, and that is the game. Kid takes it. Yeah, if those life were 2Ks, then we would have been able to get out of that. And on the crackback, the Kid definitely would have gone down.
Would have lost, So
but hey, that's just how the cards work. So Kid ends up taking the game. Very, very strong back and forth. All 4 Zoros came down, but Zoro, unfortunately, when he needed a really solid top deck, he drew the Nami.
Yeah. All right. Oh, yeah, and he didn't have very much to combo with in his hand. He had double Kiku.
Oh, no.
So
triple. Oh, no, one of those Kikos was
on the board. Yeah. So he really needed his opponent not to get some cards off the life there. Well, that's fine.
Well, Bonnie definitely carried, I think, in that matchup there.
Yeah, Bonnie won him the whole game. That's just how it goes. You have to kill the Bonnie. When you're playing against green, kill Momo, kill Bonnie. Really, like at the first opportunity you can, because if it continues to draw cards, we're gonna see there. Like the only reason Kid was able to like clutch out the game was because Bonnie kept him in the game. You know what I mean?